ओके हाँ है ना।
लगेगा आज के दिन।
नहीं ये थोड़ा सा करता हूँ, ऐसा दबा लो इधर से ये करता है ठीक है। ओके guys, can you hear me? Those people who are watching me from online. So along with me.
Yes, you are audible, Ankush.
Thanks, thank you. So यहाँ पे ना कुछ लोग Zoom से भी ऑनलाइन है, ओके, एंड हमने YouTube पे भी स्ट्रीम करके रखा है,
Okay.
So along with me, Martin is there. He is having 9+ years of experience with the IT industry, okay, and he is more expert towards the data analyst. तो जो भी आपके डाउट्स है, कुछ भी है, आप पूछो, एंड वो स्टार्ट करेंगे, एंड लेट्स सी, ओके। तो मेरा तो कुछ काम नहीं है, आप करो।
चलो, okay.
चलो गए।
Hi everyone. Okay. First of, okay. So it's two ways going on. I'm not used to it, online and offline. So either I go online only or I go offline only. So it's new thing for me. Fine. So if you have any questions related to data analysis, data engineering, you can ask me. But I have some fixed agenda with me to share with you. Like I heard that. So is it okay that if I completely speak in English, or do you want me to speak in Hindi or any other language? I know only 3 languages: Hindi, English, and Marathi. So कहीं पे अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आता है कुछ इंग्लिश का, तो you can ask me. I will try to translate that into Hindi also. Okay, fine. Let it be an interactive session for online people also, for offline people also. Fine. Okay. So just to introduce myself, my name is Martin Yadav. I did my graduation from Ferguson College. I completed my post-graduation from 𝐕𝐵𝐺 College, Pune University. I started my career with Wipro, then into Persistent Systems. I worked with two startup companies. One is 𝐬𝐬 Technologies, one and other one is 𝐶loudWings. And then I joined Clairvoyant, which is now taken over by EXL. So you can say that I'm working with EXL as a lead data analyst over there. So I'm a lead assistant manager as well as lead data analyst over there. Okay, fine. So that was my introduction. Now, next thing which I would like to discuss with you is that, or maybe there everywhere on internet also, if you go and search, the main thing is that what is the difference between a DA, or you can say data analyst, a data engineer, and a data scientist. Okay. Now I would like to ask you people, and now I don't know where to look, over here or here. Okay. So I would like to ask you that what do you, from your perspective, what do you understand about the difference between data analyst, data engineer, and data scientist? कोई भी आप में से अगर बताना चाहता है तो आप मुझे बता सकते हो। आपको क्या लगता है कि डेटा इंजीनियर क्या होता है, डेटा एनालिस्ट क्या होता है, डेटा साइंटिस्ट क्या होता है? बोलो।
डेटा एनालिस्ट वो जो है वो आपके डेटा के ऊपर डेटा प्री प्रोसेस करके उसके ऊपर उसके इनसाइट निकाल सकता है।
गुड।
और डेटा इंजीनियरिंग जो who makes the pipeline over there. Data scientists who build some models on machine learning.
Okay, cool. Nice. So see, when you go in a company, no, it depends that which company you're joining. Okay. So it is not that everywhere the job, or you can say the role, will be segregated for you. If you're working as a data analyst, then you have to do only this much part. Or if you're working as a data engineer, then you have to do only this much part. Okay, I'm not going to talk more about data science because that is not my field. I am closely working as a data analyst and with data engineers, so I'll be able to relate more over there. Okay, so I'll be mostly talking about these two terms. Now, first thing is that everything starts with data, right? So you have to actually collect and store data somewhere. That's an role of a data engineer only. Okay, so storing a data on cloud or maybe wherever you want to store it. So किस तरीके से आप data store करते हो and कितने अच्छे से आप वो provide करते हो आगे, तो that is an responsibility of a data engineer. So यहाँ पे भी बहुत सारी job opportunities बनती है और आपको इसके लिए या तो कोई ना कोई GCP, Azure या फिर AWS, इसका आपको थोड़ा सा भी knowledge होना चाहिए. Okay, if you're able to do certifications about these things, then also well and good. Okay, because what happens is, just to tell you that some companies prefer people who have done certifications also. Though I don't know like how much knowledgeable you are, how much information you have grasped while doing those courses, but then also it is that companies do prefer people who have done certification, because it is assumed that if you're doing those certifications, this means that you were into that learning phase and you have actually earned some knowledge from there. You're getting my point? Okay. Online people, can you hear me properly? Is there any problem?
No, you are audible.
Okay, cool, fine. So, so first part where you have to gather data, or you can say we have to store data properly. That is also a data engineer's part. Once you have data stored properly somewhere, and now you need to consume the data, and then you have to do some analysis, and maybe you have to show it to stakeholder. Then there comes the role of a data analyst. Now that data analyst field also has a very different role, you can say. If you're going in a big company, or you can say multinational company, over there are jobs which are segregated for you. Okay, so it will be like some you can say some companies prefer data analysis to be done into Excel. Okay, with that they will use Power BI, and they will want to complete their work, whatever problem statement is coming from the client. Okay, but it is not necessary that if you are a data analyst, then you will work only into Excel, or maybe as a Power BI developer, or like, right. If you talk about myself, then I am not using Power BI. Okay, I am not using Excel, but what I'm using is I work with Python, I work with PySpark, I work with Spark, or you can say that when I'm closely working with data engineers, then I am working with Scala also. Okay, I don't know how many of you know, but Scala is also very what do you say, loved language when you actually have to integrate things with Apache Spark. Getting it? Okay. So that is what I'm telling you, that when you talk about data analyst field, it is not only about Excel and Power BI, Tableau, but it is about PySpark also. It is about Spark also. It is about Python also. Getting it? Okay. So just to tell you like what we do or what I do as a data analyst. So what happens is, you must be knowing, or maybe while reading the data also, we make, or you can say we rely on some assets, right, from where we are consuming data. So very important thing is that when you're working on a live project, you should understand what do you mean by contextual data asset, master data asset, and generic data asset. Okay. So when you talk about data modeling, so these concepts comes under that once you know like what kind of asset you need to use, what kind of data you need to consume, then your life becomes easy and you start with your data analysis journey. Okay. Now, how many of you have heard about some files called as CSV file, Parquet file? Have you heard about Parquet file? Have you heard about Delta file? So these are some new terms for you, right? So these are the things which are used in companies nowadays, where if you have incremental data with you, for example, now let's say, let's take Zomato data. Okay. So Zomato data is actually changing every day. Like you have every day new offers, or maybe there are new customers which are coming in every day. So this means that every day data is changing over there, right? So this is one kind of data where every day the changes are coming. Now, analysis can be performed on a fixed data also. Analysis can be performed on data which is changing every day also. So these are different things which I want to share with you, that how data analysis is performed on different data. Okay. Now, I was talking about generic data asset, master data asset, and contextual data asset. Now, when you go for data analysis field, the important part is that you should be very good in SQL. Okay, SQL, SQL, whatever it is, whatever you call. If you are good in SQL, no, you can actually learn PySpark very easily, or you can say you can work on PySpark very easily. You can work with Spark SQL very easily. So what happens is your basics are very much cleared when you are good with SQL. Now, what I'm talking, when I talk about SQL, I'm not talking about basic SQL, but SQL starts in company from joins. Okay. So you should be very good with joins. Now, some people are, what do you say? They say that we know like command, or maybe we are good with order by, group by. It is important. Okay, group by is very important. Sometimes you can say that many of the problem statements can be cleared with group by only. Okay, so group by, you can say, as I said, that from where does it start? So it starts from joins, subqueries. How many of you know what window functions are? Window function, do you know? What do you say? Rank, dense rank, getting a row number. So these are the things which are used extremely in what do you say, in your data analysis field. Okay. Apart from that, then lead, lag, and all those things. Okay. You have to work a lot with dates. You go anywhere in any field, dates are very important. You should know all the functions which are related to dates and all. Okay. So that is a work of data analyst in a company. So second thing is that now when I am done with my work, I'm just telling you like what I am working with. Okay. So when I'm done with my work, data analysis work, I have to go and present it to the stakeholders that these are the things which are, what do you say, have come as an output from my analysis. Okay. So now when I say that you have to explain it to a stakeholder, this means that your communication skills should be very good over there. If your communication skills are good, this means that you will be able to explain technical as well as non-technical points to the stakeholder, because it is not necessary every time that your stakeholder will be a technical person. Okay. Most of the time, businessmen, or you can say the person who is actually heading a project, is not interested in your technical terms. He is interested in what? Just tell me where the profit is done, where the loss is done. So now you need to actually explain him properly through some technical terms, or maybe through your storytelling, that because of this reason we have lost over there, or because of this reason we have actually got profit over here. You're getting my point? So communication is very important. In that also, some people say that I am technically very strong. Why should I be means in terms of communication, why I should be strong? So let me tell you that try to speak to your friends also, and try to speak in your mother tongue and then change it into English and try to speak to them. You'll see a difference over there only, right? Same way, and that is why it is very important that in companies, also in corporate world, English matters. And anyhow, even if you don't believe in it, you have to be very good and fluent in English, okay? Where each and every word which is coming from your mouth should be understood by the person who is sitting in front of you. Because data analyst is a field where you have to do storytelling. Why? Because when you create a dashboard, it's not only that you just present a dashboard to a person, but you have to actually speak also and explain also that why are the things which are going like this. Do you agree with me, all of you? आप लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Okay, it is not necessary that every time the person who is sitting in front of you will be an Indian, right? So he will understand English, or maybe if he is a South Indian, he will not understand Hindi, or maybe your mother tongue. Over there you have to communicate in English. So that is very important. If you go and search for any kind of JD also, okay, means job description also, there for a data analyst, it would be written that the person should be able to communicate with the stakeholders. Getting it, all of you? Okay, online people, I hope so you're getting it what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take a pause over here. Do you have any questions? You can ask me some questions. Then from that, I'll pick up and I'll try to give your answers also. Anyone who are here or maybe who is online, you can ask me whatever you want to, and then we can continue. Any questions? Nope. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay. आप पूछिए पहले. मराठीत बोललं तरी चालेल, काय प्रॉब्लेम.
सर तुम्ही आता जे डेटा अनालिसिस स्किल सांगितलं, तर मी आता प्रेस केलं तर मी कुठून स्किल शिकायला चालू केले पाहिजे, कोणकोणत्या स्पेशली फोकस काय केलं पाहिजे?
Okay, as a fresher. Okay, you want me to answer that in English or Hindi?
इंग्लिश
चालेल English मध्ये. Okay. For a fresher, very good question. And I think so. If I miss something, no, if you ask me questions, I will be able to answer it, because it is not necessary that I'll remember everything which is there in the agenda, because I'm not looking at my tab much, but I want to interact with you. Okay. So if, so sir, इसमें कोई question आया तो मेरे को बता देना YouTube के ऊपर, मैं उस पर ध्यान नहीं दे पाऊंगा. Okay. So for you, or for any fresher who is online and would like to know this answer, for freshers, I would say that if you want to come into data analyst field, no, try to start with Excel. Do Excel very excellently. Okay. With that, you have to be very good with SQL. Okay. These two things, if you do it, then you can say that you can start with your data analysis journey. Why? Because mostly the entry point level data analysts, they ask for MS Excel, a good MS Excel, okay, not basic MS Excel, where you should know pivot, you should know macros and all those things. And secondly, you should know SQL very good. And SQL, those points which I said right now, not only basic SQL, but lead lag and all those things, window functions, you can say all set related functions, everything. Joins, very good. Subquery, very good. Okay. Then I said Power BI, any one visualization tool is very important, because the basic requirement where you go anywhere, you will see that MS Excel, second is SQL, and third one is visualization tool. Visualization tool can be anything. Now I'll tell you 2-3 names. Power BI is very common. Tableau is very common. ClickSense is also there. Okay. Plotty, I think so. Plotty is also there. I don't remember the name properly, but I think so there is Plotty also. But I have worked on Power BI, Tableau, and ClickSense. ClickSense I'm working right now. So maybe most of the people don't know about it, but it doesn't matter. Even if one of it you do it good, that is Power BI, everything is same. It's only that the level changes a little bit, but mostly jo basic hai, it is same everywhere. Getting it? Okay. So your answer, I've given you answer. You have to do Excel, SQL, and visualization tool. After that, if you want to go now one step ahead, then start doing Python programming. Okay, because you can automate your Excel jobs using Python programming. और एक बार अगर आपको आपका Excel वाला part automate करना सीख गए ना आप using Python programming, you will feel that I am god of Excel then. Why? Because you don't have to go up to Excel and do things again and again, but by doing just running a script, things can be completed for you. Okay. After that, now I'm just telling you that step by step, आप आगे कैसे बढ़ सकते हो. Once you are done with Python programming, now go little bit towards big data, or you can say cloud. Okay. Over there, try to search what is Hadoop, what is MapReduce, what is Spark, what is PySpark. Because right now, which I am working on right now is Spark and PySpark and Python. Okay. With that, I said that I help data engineers with my logic and all, and that is done into Scala. Fine. So these are the steps which you need to follow to do good into data analysis field. With that, if you want, you can go for some certifications also, which are there in market. You can do a Google certification, you can do an IBM certification, all those things. Okay. The courses are available on YouTube also. The courses are available maybe over here also. And the courses are available on, what do you say, these sites as Udemy, Coursera, and all those things. Got it? Okay. Any other question? Any other question you have? Any other question which is coming over there? Oh, anyone? Yeah. You have a question? Okay, good, very good. Ask me questions like this, I will be able to answer you more. So I'll tell you a whole interview process also, because I take mostly 5 to 6 interviews in a day. Okay. So what happens is, whenever a person or maybe a person like me is taking the interview of a fresher, first thing is that never lie in an interview. Okay. If you don't know things, you don't know it. Okay. It is not necessary that you're going for your first interview and you have to crack it. Not necessary, right? You will get chances. And right now, market is opening and there are plenty of jobs. If you go and search on LinkedIn, be very much active on LinkedIn. Okay, one more point which I forgot to tell you, be very much active on LinkedIn. Try to make connections over there, because what happens is, if you are making connections over there, at least from somewhere you will see that there is a job opportunity and you can apply. Okay, and it is not going to happen that if you apply for 10 companies, you will get a call from. You have to apply for n number of companies and then you will get call for some of the from some of the company. Okay, so as you said that what is actually expected in interview. See guys, what happens is, when you're a fresher, no, at that time, no one is expecting a very what do you say, high fundu thing from you. Okay, when you're fresher, it is considered that you should know only some points which are expected from a fresher, right? Like a select query, or maybe a group by query, or order by query, or you can say a range between this and that, or you have to find out people starting with capital letter, or maybe the values which are having this term. So these are the jobs which are, or these are the questions which are asked to a fresher from SQL point of view. When you go to a little bit more, you can say, experienced person, then the questions will change. So it is not necessary that you have to answer all 10 questions asked by an interviewer, right? It may not happen, or maybe if I go for an interview today, it may be that I am able to answer only 7 to 8 questions out of 10 questions. It doesn't mean that my interview has gone wrong, right? It means that you have done from 70%, you are done from your side. This means that 30% can be improved when you are hired. So whenever an interview is going on, try to give open-ended question, not close-ended questions. Now, what do you mean by that? When somebody asks you to introduce yourself, at that time only, just don't tell your name and qualification and stop over there. No, you have to speak properly. Tell when I came over here, I gave my introduction, right? When I gave my introduction, did I just said 2 lines and I stopped over there? No, right? I actually said my name. I told you about my qualification. I did tell that where did I work, or maybe when I'm giving an interview, with that, I will add what projects I have done also. Okay. One more thing, please try to include as much projects on your resume, because when an interview goes on, at that time, the person will look at your resume and he will actually go and check that section where you have written your tech skills. Okay, where you have written your projects which you have done. Now let it be college projects or let it be your normal personal projects. Okay, so you should be very strong in explaining that also. Again, I said explaining that. So when you are saying explaining, you have to speak, right? Your communication should be good. So every time you go anywhere, your communication need to be very strong, so that you can deliver, you can tell this is the thing which I want to deliver to you. अगर उस आदमी को पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि आप बताना क्या चाहते हो, तो उसको समझेगा कहाँ से, right? Second thing, whatever SQL command or trying, or maybe you're giving an interview at that time, every time means at least I and maybe any other interview will ask you to explain that. ये जो SQL का query आपने लिखा हुआ है, इसको explain करो, right? So when he says that time you should be very much clear with your basics. For example, a group by query है, right? In a group by query, if you write 2-3 select fields, is he may ask you that in the group by clause, do you need to include all those, or you can group by only one of them? So this is a simple law of group by, which you need to understand. Then you have these kind of questions come from a person who is actually taking your interview. Getting it what I'm saying? Okay, understood. So this is how you have to, or maybe this is how a person takes your interview and you have to give answers. So just keep in your mind that you have to be very honest while giving your interview. If you're not prepared for interview, doesn't matter. Why? Because that 1 or 2 interviews will give you experience that अरे ऐसे आंसर देना होता है करके, या फिर ये क्वेश्चन जो है ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. मे बी if your luck and if your hard work comes together, no, for sure you will crack any of the company. Okay, it is not, I will say that sometimes it happens that you prepare a lot, then also you're not able to crack some of the company. That times that 2% of luck is not there with you, but it is not always luck, it's your hard work also which comes with you. Okay, and again one thing, let it be a programming language or let it be a data engineer or data analyst field, at least be at least be very good at one language. Okay, when you talk about data analyst field, be very good with SQL. Why? Because I'm not working with Excel, but I work with SQL, PySpark and Spark and all those things. So if you're good with SQL, no, you can crack any of the interview of data analysis field. Why? Because the basics are clear. The basics are clear to you, and you can work in any of the technology then. Because I'll tell you that even if you're a data analyst or a data engineer, no, SQL is very important. Data engineer को भी SQL आना चाहिए, उसके लिए भी उसको भी important होता है उस टाइम पे. Data scientist के आप जाओगे तो उसको तो सभी कुछ आना चाहिए, because a data scientist is above all this. Okay, when you talk about AI, ML and all those things, so over there with all those things you have to be good with little bit statistics and mathematics also. But data analyst is a field where अगर आपको कोडिंग नहीं आता है ना, तो भी आप एक अच्छा खासा पैसा पैकेज कमा सकते हो, क्योंकि उसमें आपको क्या चाहिए, उसमें आपको एक समझ चाहिए कि इस डेटा से हम लोग क्या इंटरप्रेट कर सकते हैं करके. समझ में आ रहा है आपको बात? इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि आपको कोई पाइथन का कोड बहुत अच्छे से आना चाहिए, पाइथन लैंग्वेज बहुत अच्छे से आनी चाहिए, या फिर जावा प्रोग्रामिंग बहुत अच्छे से आनी चाहिए. कोई जरूरत नहीं है. अगर आपको डेटा एनालिसिस फील्ड में अच्छे से करना है ना, अगर आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक्सेल, सीक्वल ये चीजें अच्छे से आ गई, तो भी आप बहुत अच्छे से इंटरव्यू क्रैक कर सकते हो या फिर कोई कंपनी में एंटर कर सकते हो. गेटिंग इट? ओके, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
Sir, one of the students asking that he is working as a Oracle DBA.
Okay.
For last 3 years. So we want to switch in data analysis. So what kind of skills he need, or he can switch or not?
So if you're working as an Oracle DBA, this means that you already be knowing all those concepts which are there into data modeling or maybe database related. It is very easy for you to actually get converted into a data analyst. Why and how? I'll tell you. See, first of all, since you are into Oracle and all those things, so your SQL, you must be working with SQL, or you must be working with concepts which are asked for data analysts in a data analyst interview. So I would say that with the knowledge which you have, try to get knowledge about any visualization tool that which will add into your resume. Brush up your SQL concepts. And third, if you want to use your experience which you have of 3 years, then try and get a little bit exposure towards Python also. If you include all these 3 things, I think so no one will stop you clearing any of the interview, because there is a demand in market where people from different sectors, they want to be working as a data analyst. This is also a truth. Okay, let me repeat it once again. If you are coming from a medical field, if you're coming from let's say petroleum field, but you do have IT, IT thing written on your resume, where you know SQL, where you know how to do show dashboard using Power BI and Tableau. So that makes it's a cherry on cherry on a cake kind of thing for you. So people want means company want those people who have knowledge about different fields, and they can come and work with them so that they can get insights. Because insights means what? If you have experience of these kind of sectors, and let's say that, for example, if you know British Petroleum is a company which is working into energy field. Okay, so if you are a person who is not from technical background, but he has done something into energy field, but with that he has knowledge about SQL and all those things, that will be very much helpful for them. So same way, for the person who has asked this question, it will be very easy for you to get into data analysis field if you actually just do these things. That is, what do you say, Power BI, Python, and SQL should be very good. Yeah. Any other question? Any other thing which you want me to answer? Or last thing I'll just discuss with you, and then we can stop. Okay. I'll tell you one use case. I'll tell you a very important use case which I worked on maybe last year. We did that. बहुत interesting है, सुनो. So I worked, means there was a client and for which we were gathering data for people who are coming into their annual meet. Okay. So every year there used to be an annual meet, and from all over the world, people used to. So every team was given a different country to manage. So we were given India as a company to manage. Okay. So now what happened is that a particular region was not able to show that much growth compared to all other regions in India. Okay. Now what happened is we prepared a dashboard, and it's a real life example, you can say real time use case, which I'm discussing with you. So we prepared a dashboard, and while preparing the dashboard, you have different charts with you, right? Now on different charts, you can show different information, right? So there was one column which showed that the people who were using the facility of our client, so there was a column which showed the owner of those agencies, you can say. Okay. So we tried to plot the graph, or you can say any whatever information. With that, we tried to plot the name of the owner of the company also, who was using this information. So we, while showing it to the stakeholders and all, we also observed that one region over there, the name of the owner, which was actually there, was not matching with the name which was coming over there on the graph. So, sorry. So we cross-checked it. Okay. So we saw that in that column for last 3 to 4 annual meets, the owner of the company was not coming, but a proxy person was coming in place of it. So from there, we came to know, and this is analysis part I'm talking, okay? It is not only always about, what do you say, predicting from the data, but with data, you should have your mind also that this can be a reason which must be affecting the result. So over there, we found that a proxy person was coming in place of the owner. Now, this is the place where the proxy person was not able to make a decision that these are the things which are essential for me to grow. You're getting my point? Okay. Now, what we said that to those agencies or to those people, that try to send your actual owner of the company in the next annual meet. And you will not believe that from next and means whatever quarterly meeting it was there. After that, we saw that next year there was an increase in their profit, or you can say increase in their margin. So these are the things which are also very important, which you need to keep in your mind when you do analysis. So numbers, or you can say data, shows you a lot. So this thing which we were able to find out was because of data only, because we were trying to print the name of the person, or you can say name of the owner of the company, while showing the graph for each and every region. So over there, we were able to understand that this person is not the, and this thing actually was, what do you say, was pinpointed by a person saying that this is not the name of the owner, which we are actually displaying over there. So because of that also, we were able to solve a big problem statement, which may have come maybe next time from the what do you say, from the manager, that why is it that only from this region profit is not coming. You're getting it what I'm saying? Okay. So that is from my side. If you have any other question, I'm open to the questions. Otherwise, we can stop over there.
Hello.
I hope that was helpful. Yes.
My question is that suppose if you are a recruiter, what skills are you expecting from a fresher candidate?
Okay. I'll just repeat once again. That depends that if you're talking only about data analyst, then for a fresher, I would say that SQL, Power BI, MS Excel is important. If you go a little bit higher, then Python. If you go more higher than that, then big data technologies like Hadoop, PySpark, Spark, and all those things.
Okay, thank you.
सर माझा क्वेश्चन होता, मराठीत बोलू शकतो?
हा बोला.
हा तर माझा म्हणजे बॅकग्राऊंड मॅटर करतं का? आता मी ऍग्रिकल्चर सायन्स आहे, त्यानंतर MBA फायनान्स आहे. आता मी डेटा सोल्युशन मध्ये काम करतोय. तर मला डेटा अनालिस्टला जर स्विच करायचंय तर मग मला काय म्हणजे करावं लागेल नाही का? तुमचं काय सजेशन राहील?
ओके. मराठीत बोलू?
हो हो हो.
ओके. दोन कॉन्सेप्ट असतात, एक असतं बिझनेस अनालिस्ट आणि एक असतो डेटा अनालिस्ट. जर तुम्हाला डेटा अनालिसिस ही फील्ड पण नाही जमत, सो ट्राय टू गेट इनटू बिझनेस अनालिस्ट. ओके, ओव्हर देअर. But in business analyst, one more again thing, your communication skill needs to be of another level because you have to interact with the stakeholders. आणि तुझ्या प्रश्नाचं उत्तर, तू कोणत्या पण फील्डचा असू दे, काही प्रॉब्लेम होत नाही. इफ यू आर रेडी टू स्टार्ट युअर करियर विथ अ स्टार्टअप ऑर यू कॅन से विथ अ स्मॉल जॉब ऑल्सो और विथ स्मॉल टास्क ऑल्सो, आणि जर तुला MS Excel, SQL आणि पॉवर BI ह्या गोष्टी जमल्या तर तू कोणता पण इंटरव्ह्यू क्लिअर करू शकतोस, तू कोणत्या पण बॅकग्राऊंडचा असू दे. यू गेटिंग माय क्वेश्चन आन्सर?
येस सर, गॉट इट.
या बट ट्राय टू मेक युअर ओन प्रोजेक्ट्स. मी हे सांगेन की तुम्ही स्वतःचे प्रोजेक्ट्स बनवा. तुम्हाला IPLचा डेटा भेटतो, तुम्हाला वेगळ्या वेगळ्या कंट्रीजचा डेटा भेटतो, तुम्हाला क्रेडिट कार्डचा डेटा भेटतो. यू गेट क्रेडिट कार्ड डेटा, यू गेट n number of data it is there. Go dig deep down into Kaggle also. I hope you know what Kaggle is. Okay, अशा Kaggle सारख्या खूप वेगळ्या वेगळ्या साइट्स पण आहेत जिथून तुम्हाला फ्रीचा डेटा भेटतो. Try to make your own visualization things from there. You can make what do you say, real-time dashboards also from there. Okay, fine. So try to explore more on this. Yes, there was someone else who was asking a question.
Yes, sir. I have two questions here. First one is 40 too late to start this? Like, will I get a job after 40?
Job after 40. I would like to understand, before 40, what were you into?
I was into communication. I was into IT service desk, BPO.
Okay, then I would say that instead of, okay, even if you talk about BPO, no? BPO also, it matters like what you have done. If you were working with Excel also in a BPO, because most of the times there is a sector in, or can say department in BPO where people work in Excel to maintain the shifts.
Correct.
Exactly, yeah, right? So there is one field, yeah, if you are good into Excel, where you were in a BPO also, you were working with Excel, then you can for sure go into data analysis field, because what happens is people with good hands-on on Excel make very good money into data analysis field also. But I would say that if with that, if your communication skill is very, very good, then you should start looking into a business analyst job first. And if you're able to do a business analyst job very good, then you can shift into data analyst anytime. You're getting my point?
Yes,
Exactly.
Just acting for 5 minutes, I understand that your communication is good. And I would suggest you that try to go and search for jobs which match with your skills.
All right, sir. And the second question here is, what is the difference between a business analyst and a data analyst?
Okay, so you don't need more technical things for a business analyst. Business analyst is all about gathering right information from a stakeholder. For example, that if I want to build a project, so business analyst can go into any of the sectors. Okay, so it is not that only related to data, but if you want to actually make a small project also, it's a business analyst which will actually gather that information and would provide it to the next person. So if you talk about the hierarchy over here, business analyst comes first, and after that we data analyst come, after data engineer, data scientist. Okay, that's an hierarchy which is followed. So business analyst is the person which will actually make all the structure, or maybe get all the information from the stakeholder which is required for analysis by a data analyst and a data engineer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Definitely. Thank you very much for the information. Now, my question here is, I would like to switch the industry itself. I would like to move into IT rather than staying in a BPO. Means I don't want to work in the BPO as a business analyst, because the kind of business that BPO does is quite different from a data or a business analyst point of view or a profile.
See,
it is
I'll tell you
majorly communication.
I understand that. Once again, I'll tell you. Getting into IT is two things. One is, if you are really very good with your tech skills, you will get into IT. It's just matter of opportunity which you should get. Okay, try to get referral from any of your friends. Then try to get referral from from anywhere where you want. go and try to dig into LinkedIn. You can post into a very proper manner over there that I was into BPO and I have now these skills and would like to get absorbed into an IT company. So you will get more responses from there also. So it is not difficult, but it's just a matter of opportunity which you need to get. So from by hook or crook, now you have to search like from where you can get that opportunity.
Definitely, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you so much. So
तर हॅलो
yeah. Yes.
सर एक माझा क्वेश्चन होता म्हणजे आता सपोज प्रत्येक आता प्रोसेसला पाहतोय आमच्या फायनान्स मध्ये पण आणि IT मध्ये पण बऱ्याचशा प्रोसेस मध्ये हायरिंग फ्रीज आहेत मग डेटा अनालिस्टला डिमांड कशी आहे आता म्हणजे
मला
मार्केटमध्ये
कळालं नाही तुझा आवाज बरोबर येत नव्हता कळालं नाही प्रश्न नाही कळाला मला
आता आता येतो का आवाज हॅलो
हा येतोय येस येस येस
तर आता म्हटलं डेटा अनालिस्टला डिमांड कशी आहे म्हणजे मार्केट मध्ये आहे का व्हॅकन्सीज वगैरे ओपनिंग कारण बरेचशा IT प्रोसेसला तर आता हायरिंग फ्रीज आहेत नाही का
ओके सो दिस इज अ मिथ हे जे आहे ना मिथ कळतं ना
हो
इट्स अ मिथ दैट देयर इज व्हाट यू से हायरिंग फ्रीज एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स मतलब भर भर के हायरिंग चल रहा है मार्केट में तुमको सिर्फ चीजें आनी चाहिए कळतंय का म्हणजे तुला फक्त गोष्टी यायला पाहिजे बरोबर मार्केटमध्ये जॉब खूप आहेत ओके ये सब एक छलावा है और ये क्या बस फालतू की बकवास है कि मार्केट में जॉब नहीं है करके जिनको नहीं आता है उनको निकाला जाता है जिनको आता है उनको बराबर लिया जाता है ठीक है इफ यू आर डूइंग वर्क फॉर अ कंपनी दे आर हैप्पी इफ यू आर नॉट वर्किंग फॉर देम फॉर श्योर दे विल बी throwing you out of the company okay one more thing I'll tell you one more thing there is a right now what do you say just a news which is going on that AI is actually taking your jobs away वेळ आहे त्याला आणखीन उसको अभी टाइम है जब तक तो तुम कमा भी लोगे बहुत सारा ठीक है ऐसी नहीं आके तुम्हारा जॉब लेके चला जाएगा करके क्योंकि आके तुम्हारी कंपनी अभी रोबोट बैठा है क्या काम करने के लिए नहीं ना तो तब तक नहीं आता है तब तक कर लो जितना कमा सकते हो कमा लो to be very honest I'm very frank with you there's a lot of job if you just go and search data analyst on LinkedIn you will right now see 50 companies which are actually hiring for data analyst okay data engineer data scientist don't think about data scientist right now I would say that think only about data engineering and data analyst that also if you dig more down then think only about data analyst right now why because that's an easiest way you can actually go and get a job right now data engineering it needs little bit more technical skills okay
थँक्यू
are we done PySpark जब आप बिग डेटा पे काम करते हैं ना जैसे कि अभी आप एक्सेल पे काम कर रहे हैं तो उसका एक उसके लिए एक सीमित ये होता है कि आप इतना ही डेटा स्टोर कर सकते हो उसके ऊपर आप जाओगे तो हैंग होकर आपका फट जाएगा सब कुछ राइट बट अगर आपके पास बहुत सारा डेटा है जैसे कि एक नॉर्म जैसे बैंकिंग सेक्टर में आपके पास 17-18 कंट्रीज का डेटा एक साथ आता है तो आपको एक्सेल में काम नहीं कर सकते उसका सो उसके लिए आपको एक स्टोरेज चाहिए जहाँ पे ये सब डेटा जो होता है वो आप ठीक से स्टोर कर पाओ and you can say that when the amount of data and it is an unstructured data then you have to go for big data and the way you actually communicate that we can do it using PySpark Python plus Spark is PySpark so you should first know what Spark is and then using Python you can what do you say combine both and then you can go with your programming म्हणजे की in normal terms if you are using NumPy pandas for data analysis right you can do all those things in PySpark also that's the thing it's only that technology changes
Excel have some limitations right for rows and columns
yes
so
yes
like that PySpark don't
you can I would say that it doesn't have that much limitation which you're looking over there you work with TB of data over there but that also depends no see what happens is for example it is not necessary that if you have 500 columns with you're using 500 columns for any of your analysis it's only that you have to actually go and see that these are the columns which are important for me right but the data into it is important for you to make some analysis right you're getting my point if you have 500 column data with you from that only 3 column data is 3 columns are important for me but the records which are there into it are so much that from on which when you do analysis you actually make a prediction that because of this problem statement has this solution you getting my point okay so that's the thing okay so
Hello,
thank you
sir.
yeah
सर माझा सॉफ्टवेअर टेस्टिंगचा कोर्स झालेला आहे पण मला जॉब नाही मिळाला अजूनपर्यंत तर डेटा अनालिस्टचा कोर्स करायला पाहिजे की सॉफ्टवेअर टेस्टिंग मध्येच मी जॉब सर्च करायला पाहिजे कन्फ्युजन चालू आहे
फक्त कोर्स करून फायदा होत नसतो. ज्यांनी इथे आतापर्यंत कोर्सेस केलेत ना, फक्त कोर्स करून फायदा होत नसतो. असं समजू नका की मी फक्त सर्टिफिकेशन केलं तर मला जॉब भेटतो म्हणून, का मी एखादा कोर्स केला तर मला जॉब भेटतो. तसं नसतं. तुम्हाला स्वतः प्रोजेक्ट करावे लागतात. तुम्हाला स्वतः प्रोजेक्ट केल्यानंतरच कळतं की आपल्याला किती कळालेलं आहे जे आपण शिकलोय. यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट?
हा, यस.
सॉफ्टवेअर टेस्टिंग मध्ये पण जर तुम्ही स्वतःचे काही टेस्टिंग मॉड्यूल्स टाकू शकता की मी याच्यावरती टेस्टिंग केली आहे, ही टेस्टिंग केली आहे, ती टेस्टिंग केली आहे, तर तुम्हाला कळेल की पुढच्याला कसं समजवायचं की मी ह्या गोष्टीवरती काम केलंय. सेम वे फॉर डेटा अनालिस्ट ऑल्सो. If you actually show that these are the personal projects I have done and these are the projects which I have done in college as well as in your class, then only someone will hire you. Let me tell you, while hiring, only one thing is there in a person's mind who is taking your interview, that will this person earn something for me or not? Getting it? Okay. Or will this person will fit in my team or not? That is also very important. You should be a team player over there. जर समजा तुम्हाला असं वाटतं की मी इंडिपेंडेंटली काम करेन तर तुम्हाला कोणी घेत नाही. स्टार्टअप मे बी घेऊ शकते जिथे फक्त 2-3 मुलं बसलेले असतील, पण एका मोठ्या कंपनीमध्ये इफ यू आर नॉट अ टीम प्लेयर देन पीपल विल नॉट hire you. With that, you should be able to get them some profit, because for example, if you are a person on whom billing is coming, करते मी काय म्हणतोय म्हणजे की if you are going to a service based company, over there you will be actually working for some client. That client will be paying for you, right? If you are not profitable for that person, he will not hire you. How will you be profitable for that person? By showing that I have done this work. So therefore, any person who is asking me that if I have done this certification, will I be getting a job? No, you will not get a job only by certification. With that, you have to do some personal projects, as well as you should be done with some projects in your college and in your classes, that you can explain them that this is the technology I've used, these are the algorithms which I've used, and all those things. Because the person who is taking your interview will be confident enough to understand then that yes, this person is good and has this much experience and I can hire him. Got it? कळालं का ज्यांनी प्रश्न विचारला होता?
येस सर, येस सर.
हो सर.
Okay. Any other thing? I'll wait for one more minute. I hope so. I was able to answer all your questions.
Sir, what is the package range for a 3 years experience standard person for data analyst?
Very good. See, it starts from 3.5 to a very basic data analyst will for sure start from 3.5, but there is no range for a person who has experience. Okay, you can go till 50 also. You can go to 50 LP also. तो खूब छान, बहुत अच्छा लगता है सुन के, पर उसमें वक्त लगता है. ऐसे नहीं कि आपने आज एक कोर्स कर लिया और आप आराम से 24 या 25 लाख रुपए कमा रहे करके, नहीं. बट फॉर श्योर आप कमाओगे अगर आपने स्टेप बाय स्टेप चीजें फॉलो की, अपना जो स्किल सेट है वो बढ़ाते गए आप, तो आपको फॉर श्योर 24-25 से कोई नहीं नीचे देगा आगे जाके. Means you have 7 or 8 years of experience. But when you start, when you are just a fresher, expect something or expect something which is from 2.4, and if you have 3 to 4 years experience, then 3.5 to 5 is the range which you'll get. And I don't think so that's bad, because you get good growth by switching company or maybe getting promoted. Yep. Okay, thank you so much. Maybe if in future we meet, I'll answer more questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So can we connect on LinkedIn?
Yeah, we can connect on LinkedIn. I will share my IDs, all IDs with Ankush sir. He will share with you. Yeah.
Great.
Or you can just search
Thanks.
Martandi
Thanks a
Yadav
lot,
on LinkedIn. You can see my profile over there.
Sure,
Yep.
sir. I'll just connect with you in some time.
Yep.
On LinkedIn. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye. Okay.
Waiting on to
एक मिनट, एक मिनट. मेरे एक बॉटल है अंदर, आप ला. वो नहीं, वो. थैंक यू. ओ सॉरी सॉरी.
ऑलराइट. हाँ, चलो ये मीटिंग कैसा था? हाँ, कुछ समझ में आया? अच्छा, ऑनलाइन में कोई चालू है क्या मीटिंग जूम पे? डिस्कनेक्ट कर दिए क्या? ठीक है, चलो. बाकी एक और है हमारे पास में अभी. ओके, एक अभी 3 बजे है और एक गेस्ट लेक्चर है. अगर आप लोगों को रुकना है, लाइक इट्स ऑल अबाउट IT ओनली, तो लाइक यू कैन स्टे एंड सुनना है तो सुनो, है ना? चलो फिर, थैंक यू गाइस, है ना? टॉपिक रिलेटेड टू द Oracle DBA, but not specific to Oracle. On a live काम. हेलो. हाँ, इनकी कामात आहे ना. हाँ. चालू आहे.